Hi, and welcome back to another motivational moment, you guys. So, I am so excited about today's topic. Now, for the time that is ours to share, I want to talk about how to be persistent. Let's jump right on in. So, number one, identify what it is that you want, but you have to be specific. I cannot stress that enough. You have got to be specific, but you must identify what it is that you want. If you don't know where you're going, you will probably end up somewhere else. And this is a quote by Lawrence J. Peter. Before you can do anything, you have to first identify what you want and or need. This is a great time to pull out your journal. And I don't know about you guys, but I happen to have mine. Oops, I'm hitting myself. Happen to have mine sitting right here. And you pull out your journal and start writing. You have to be as specific as possible and write down everything line by line. Leave nothing out. It doesn't matter how big it is or how small. This means even the things that others told you that you couldn't do or couldn't have, put that in there anyway, because we're manifesting. And in order to do that, you've got to write down the things that you want. Number two, figure out what your motivation is. See, motivation comes from a deep reason why we want to do something or we want to achieve something. If you don't know why you're doing what you're doing, then if you know why you're doing what you're doing, it gives you more energy to keep moving when things get hard. What I was trying to say when I got tongue tied is if you don't know why you're doing what you're doing, then how are you going to go after it? How are you going to stay motivated? How are you going to be persistent to achieve that goal? Okay? So, for example, you want to lose weight because you have an outfit that you want to get into. So, the goal is to lose weight. Your why is because you have an outfit that you want to get into, or you want to get your blood pressure down, or you want to stop giving yourself insulin shots, or you want to be able to walk up the stairs and not get out of breath, or your doctor told you that you have to. The list can go on and on and on, but you get what I'm saying. It is so important that you have a motive for why you're doing what you're doing, because if you don't, then you're not going to stick with it. If I just go walking down the street and I have no real goal in mind for where I'm trying to get to, I'm going to say, Michelle, what in the world are you doing? And I'm going to turn right on back around and go home because I've not defined my motivation. Okay, number three, create a timeline for getting to your goal. After you identify what it is that you want, then you need to create a timeline for getting to the finish line. It's important that you create, and because y'all know I like to air quote, actionable steps so you don't start to feel overwhelmed. It's also important that your steps are as specific as possible. Let's go back to the whole weight loss thing as an example. Okay, my motivation is I want to lose weight because I'm tired of being out of breath, or whatever reason that I come up with, right? So we have that. That's already established. So now I need to create actionable steps. So number one, I'm going to clean out my refrigerator and get rid of all the junk that's in my kitchen. Number two, if I don't already have a membership, I'm going to go get a gym membership. And then 2A, if I already have a membership, I'm going to start using it. 2B, I'm going to chart out what my workout plan is going to look like. What am I going to do? Right now, on Mondays, it's all about the legs. Tuesdays is just, well, let me backtrack. Sunday, when I can, it's 1 hour of cardio. Monday is all about the legs. Tuesday is 1 hour of cardio. Wednesday, it's all about my back. Thursday, 1 hour of cardio. Friday, it's upper chest and arms. Saturday, rest day. Now, your schedule will not look like mine, and it doesn't need to. What I'm saying to you is that you have to have a plan. We're talking about actionable steps, right? And then, where are we on? Number three? Oh, excuse me, all my sinuses. And so then the next step is you've got to decide how you're going to do your measurements and your weight. I decided I didn't want to weigh myself weekly because I got frustrated when I know I had a great week. The previous week, I go to get on the scale and it doesn't reflect that great week that I had because I use an app called MyPlate. And let me go back and let me just, oh, here's one. So I have an app called MyPlate where I can log in everything that I eat, I can keep track of how many calories I've had breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snack right here at a glance. This little pie chart shows me how much fat, carbs, and protein I'm taking in. And then I can go down to the activity section. Let me find a date where I had a lot more activity, of course. Um, okay, so like right here, my iPhone steps, because I had my phone in my pocket on the pants I had on, it registers I burned 100 calories walking. Treadmill, I had 209. My back workout, I burned 552 calories just doing my weight training. And then I have an app on here called PubUFit, which is my watch tracking my physical activity, says 466 calories. I can even keep track of how much water I'm drinking. So, and you don't have to use my plate. There's so many different apps out there that you can use. But again, these are actionable steps. I have now plotted out how I'm going to track my weight loss. And I've decided that, going back to what I was saying before, I don't weigh myself and measure myself on a weekly basis. I do it on the first of every month. The first of every month, I get on that scale, I do my measurements, and that is it until the first of the next month. That way I don't get caught up. See, because it's not just about the numbers. The scale going down is great because that's what we're working for. But I also want to make sure I'm eating healthier, getting in enough water, getting all my protein, my iron, and all that other good stuff. So getting on the scale is not going to give me that. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I only focus on I'm sorry. That's why I only focus on weighing myself once a week. Number 4, keep a positive attitude. The road to success isn't easy, and honestly, that's why only a few people succeed. Weak people succumb to weak moments, which includes a lot of doubt. You have to think positive and not let setbacks get you all riled up. Also, stop focusing on what isn't and what you don't have, and stay focused on what your end result's going to be. If you keep focusing on what you don't have and what isn't right now, how are you going to get to the end? Because all you're doing is using up all your energy over here to focus on what you don't have. I don't worry about what I don't have. I focus on what I do have. I thank God for what I do have. I thank Him in advance for what I will have. I thank Him in advance for where I'm going. I don't worry about what I don't have. You know what you don't have. I know what I don't have, but I don't focus on it and I don't worry about it. You know why? Because that's not where I'm trying to go. See, when you keep focusing on the negative stuff, that's all you're going to have is negative stuff. And I know for a fact that this is true. I've seen it happen for myself and I've seen it happen for other people. So stop focusing on the negative stuff. Focus only on what you have and where you're going, okay? Number 5, find an accountability partner. Your accountability partner will help you stay focused on your goals. He or she will be there to give you honest feedback when you need it. They will also help you avoid wasting your time on things that won't get you where you want to be. Here's my one caution to that. When you get an accountability partner, he or she is going to tell you some things that you don't like and you don't want to hear. You cannot get mad at them. You cannot fuss and cuss at them. You have got to accept the good with the bad. See, because your accountability partner is there because they care about you. They love you and they want to see you succeed. They're not there to hurt your feelings. So if your accountability partner says, okay, you know what, you had some great accomplishments this week, but I need you to work on more of this, less of that. Don't get mad at them. Don't get mad at them. Just say, you know what, you're right. You're absolutely right. Go to your journal if you have one. Write down your wins for the week and your losses for the week and figure out where you can go the next week to do better. That's it. So if you're going to get an account, if you don't like feedback, let me say this. If you only like positive feedback, then I would suggest that you don't get an accountability partner, because that person, I know if I'm your accountability partner, I'm going to keep it real with you. Now, I don't have to be nasty about it when I say it to you, but I'm going to keep it real with you and tell you what's what. And you may not like me, and that's all right. But you asked me to help you. Let me move on. And number 6, start creating habits. Jim Rohn once said, discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishments. That's deep. So there are going to be a lot of things that will get in the way of you achieving your goals, and that's life. That is just life. Having good habits will ensure that you stay on track, no matter what is going on in your life. So, for example, here I wanted to share with you this is my example, but it's something I actually do every morning. Every morning, I get up and I pray. And when I read, I get up and I pray. Before my feet hit the floor, I have a stone, and I'm going to do a whole video about this, but I have this stone that I just like to hold in my hands. And I just thank God for everything. I thank Him for everything, no matter how big or how small it is. I thank God. I always start off and I say, Lord, thank you for waking me up this morning in my right mind. Thank you for waking me up with activity in my limbs. Thank you for waking me up and being able to remember my name. Thank you for waking me up with a roof over my head, with a refrigerator downstairs full of food, good, bad, and different. Thank you for all that you're going to do for me today. Thank you for what you didn't let happen to me on yesterday. Thank you for what you didn't let happen to me overnight. Thank you for my family. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my job. Thank you for my business. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And the list just goes on and on. And this is all before my feet hit the floor, you guys. I am thanking God, but I have my little stone here that I like to just hold on to. And I read this as I was reading the book, The Secret. And the author said, you know, I keep this rock. Well, I don't have a rock. This is like a little stone. And every time I touch this, it reminds me to thank God. And then so after that, I read and write in my motivational books and journals. And these are just some of them. Oh, so I do this one first right here. Okay, that one is first. And then I read in A Little God Time for Women. Love, love, love that. This one is Prayers for Strength and Healing. Oh my, if I drop one more thing. I just love reading this. And plus it's in my favorite color, purple. I like reading that. And then I write in the prayer map for women. This, you guys, is my second one. I have some video ideas because I think I want to talk about my journals too towards the end of the year. But this is my second book. And as you can see, I am almost done. I only have a few pages. Let me see. Yep, starting here, I only have a few pages left, and I'm done with this book, but I have two more because I ordered them like 2-3 at a time. And haven't had to buy any new books since last year. So, and then I have this journal. I think I got this one from Walmart, and it's called Self-Improvement. And so the book is broken down in different sections, but this is the section that I'm focusing on mostly every day. Let me just give you a brief overview. And so it asks about my mantra or my quote for the day. That changes. And guess what? I just go within myself to create my mantra for that day. And then I have this section underneath is for to do. And this is things that I'm thankful for. I write here in this section things that I'm thankful for. And then underneath, things that I accomplished. So at the end of the day, I go back to write down things that I've accomplished. And then the last section is good things that happened to me that day. I write that in there. And then on the other side is current mood. So you circle the face that represents your current mood. I always have a happy face. And then underneath of there, I write down things to work on. And I always have a list of things that I can work on. Because there's always something to work on. None of us are perfect. And if you say you are, you're telling a tale. Because we all have stuff that we need to work on. Okay? So anyway, so after I do that, so writing in my journals, it allows me to script my day as I want it to go. Now, that's a whole nother video for a whole nother time, but I actually script out my day as I want it to go. And writing in my journals allows me to do that. Mostly, actually, in this one, the prayer map, and this one, and these two right here, this is how I script out my day as I want it to go. So like I said, one day I'll do a whole video talking about that. Prayer, meditation, and scripting are habits for me. I'm not saying they have to be habits for you, but I am suggesting that you create habits, because that's what's going to help you get to where you want to go. So if you want to be better at speaking, you have to create the habit of speaking. So start creating videos. Create a YouTube channel. You can do live videos on Facebook. You can do live videos on Instagram or whatever other platform you choose to use, TikTok. Because I see some funny videos on TikTok, but I see some things that are really motivational as well. But you've got to create a habit. That's how you get better at things, okay? So there are going to be a lot of things that will get in your way. Oh, I'm sorry. I read that. So that's it, you guys. Let me do a quick recap, and I promise I will let you be. So today we talked about how to be persistent. And number one, I said identify what it is that you want and be specific. You cannot go here's the thing, and I've talked about this before. If somebody said, Michelle, I want you to go to Oompa Loompa Town, I don't know where that is. So guess what? I got to do one or two things. I've got to Google it on my phone, or I've got to get a map, because I don't know how to get there. How are you going to get someplace when you don't even know where it is that you want to go? Somebody tell me. So again, number one, identify what it is. What is it that you want, and be specific. Leave nothing out. Be very specific. Number two, I said figure out what your motivation is. Because if you're not motivated to do what you're doing, you're not going to stick with it. That's it. That's all. Number three, I said create a timeline for getting to your goal. Don't just put down this goal, I'm going to lose weight. Create a timeline for how you're going to get there. Are you going to do it in 5 months, 10 months? A year, 2 years? What is it? How are you going to get there? Create the steps that you're going to take to get to that goal. Number four, keep a positive attitude. You've got to keep a positive attitude, because I don't even know if I read this. Yes, I did. Keep a positive attitude, because setbacks are going to come. You can't you can't avoid that. That's just life, honey. Setbacks are going to come for all of us. I don't care how saved, sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost you are. Setbacks will come. They'll come for me, and they will come for you. But you've got to keep a positive attitude. I know I do. I say, okay, well, you know what? This is a temporary setback, so I'm going to have to take a detour to get where I need to be. It's all right, Lord. We got this. We can do this. And sometimes people look at me and say, Michelle, how in the world are you so calm, cool, and collected? You know how? And you know why? Because I serve a big God. And I know that anytime a setback comes in my life, it's a setup for a comeback. So I don't let it worry me. I used to, but not anymore. And here's the thing, you can't stop setbacks from happening. So why stress over it? Number five, find an accountability partner. But again, like I said, if you can only handle the good stuff, let me air quote, the good stuff, then you need not get an accountability partner, because it's not going to work. You need to be able to work with somebody that can tell you the real raw truth. They don't have to be rude. I would never be rude to anybody, but they have to be able to tell you the truth. Okay, you can't tell somebody that doo-doo smells like flowers and roses, because it doesn't. It stinks. So you have to be able to say that to people in a nice way, of course. And number six, start creating habits. Jim Rohn says discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishments. So you have to have a habit. Create a habit. And matter of fact, there are so many journals, and I know the Happy Planner, if you use the Happy Planner, they have habit tracker sheets. I don't think I have it. I don't. I have some habit tracker sheets, and they're just basically, essentially what it is it's like a half sheet of paper, probably about like the size of this divider, and it's just for tracking your habits. And you get in the little box, you can put down what the habit is that you're tracking, and you've got circles 1 through 31. So you can track every day that you stay focused on that habit. Or you can create your own. You don't have to go buy any special paper. You can create your own. Go look it up. I'm pretty sure you'll find something. But you've got to have a habit tracker to be able to keep track of your success. Again, you guys, that's it. That is all. Thank you so much. If you're new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to tap that bell, because I don't want you to miss anything. If this is not your first rodeo, welcome back. I missed you guys. I love you all. You know I love you all to the moon and back, and there's nothing, absolutely nothing that you can do about it. Nothing at all. And I'm going to always love you even when nobody else even likes you. And you can always take that to the bank because that's real and that's true. Now, I want you guys to go out there and have a great day. Have an amazing day on purpose. And if you can't do that, don't go messing up nobody else's day. Let them have their day. Okay? And as you do that, I want you to be the reason that somebody feels welcome, seen, heard, valued, loved, and supported. We can do this, you guys. Till next time, take care.